Hey there, sleepy students. Library is back open, and today we're going to be reading the story in Undone Fairy Tale by Ian Lendler. Are you ready? Let's go. An Undone Fairy Tale by Ian Lendler. Once upon a time, there lived a princess who was famous throughout the land. Not only was she beautiful, but she baked the most delicious pies in the kingdom. Many men wished to marry her, but she was very lonely. You see, her stepfather, the king, loved her for only one reason: her pies. And to keep anyone else from having them, he locked her in a tall, dark tower. No one, not even her mother, could help her. Every day the princess had to bake pies for the new king, and every night she prayed to be rescued. Many knights tried, but before they could marry the princess, the king made each knight perform 3 dangerous tasks. And as she watched the days and nights pass, the princess gave up hope. Until one day, Sir Wilbur arrived, the bravest, most famous knight around. He told the king, "Your Highness, I wish to marry your daughter." You may have noticed the king's unusual crown. Let me explain. You see that fellow painting the wall? That's Ned. Wave hi, Ned. He's making all the pictures for this story, but we're reading so quickly that he hasn't finished the painting or the costumes for this page yet. So instead of a crown, he just stuck a donut on the king's head. We'll pretend that's a crown though, okay? Good. The king said, "For your first task, you must slay the savage dragon that threatens our land." Sir Wilbur said, "It shall be done. Fetch my horse and armor." Sorry to interrupt again, but you're still reading very fast. Please don't turn the page. Ned doesn't have the horses or armor yet. I wish you hadn't done that. Now we have a problem. Sir Wilbur and his men need to ride something, and all Ned has are these fish. And the only costumes ready are these tutus. But since she kept reading, they'll have to ride fish and wear tutus. So the knights rode into the hills to the dragon's cave. "Dragon, come fight," shouted Sir Wilbur. From inside the cave came a mighty roar. They prepared to face the dragon. Now, Ned and I admire how well you read, but the story will be ruined if you turn the page right now, so please don't. Eek! Oops, the dragon's still in the shower. He didn't think he'd be needed this soon, but you turned the page. That means we need a dragon, and the best Ned could find was this pretzel. So Sir Wilbur and his knights rode their trusty fish into battle with the pretzel. After a fierce fight, the pretzel was defeated. At the celebration, the king said, "For your second task, you must build a mighty wall around my castle." Sir Wilbur said, "It shall be done." Wait, for Ned's sake, making walls takes time, hard work, and... Why do you keep turning the page? I asked you nicely. Poor Ned had to build the walls with the first thing he could find: grape popsicles. Sir Wilbur presented the king with mighty purple walls. "Very well," said the king, "but for your third and final task, you must fill my castle moat with the meanest creature in the sea." Sir Wilbur said, "It shall be done." Don't turn the page until tomorrow. Ned needs time to go to the ocean, get a boat, and catch the most terrifying creature anyone has ever seen. This is Ned's dog, Trevor, with a shark fin tied to his head. That's the closest Ned could get to a sea creature. Look, we're all trying to tell a good story, but you're reading too fast. Sir Wilbur said, "Your Highness, I've given you the fiercest shark dog around. I've completed your 3 tasks. I wish to wed your daughter." "Never," cried the king, "and now that I'm protected by walls and a moat, no one can take her pies from me." And he threw all the knights out of the castle onto their tutus. Actually, you can turn this page. Ned spent all night on the next picture. Thank you. Later that night, an enormous pie appeared at the castle gates. "Bring it inside for my breakfast tomorrow," the king ordered. So his guards dragged the pie into the castle. But this was no ordinary pie. Sir Wilbur's men had baked it and hidden him inside. And when everyone was asleep, Sir Wilbur pulled himself free. Meanwhile, in her tower, the princess was getting bored waiting to be rescued. Suddenly, a voice cried, "Never fear, Sir Wilbur's here." She turned and saw him standing on a ladder outside her window. "My hero," said the princess. "Oops, Ned worked on that pie so much, he's fallen behind. He's hammering and nailing furiously, but it's really important that you don't turn the page. Trust me." Because Sir Wilbur leaped in to meet the princess and he fell through the hole in the floor that Ned couldn't fix because you turned the page. I hope you're happy. Down and down Sir Wilbur fell until splat! He landed in the king's smelly dungeon. The princess was getting mad. "I'll never get rescued at this rate. I'll just have to do it myself." So she climbed down the ladder and ran toward the forest to find Sir Wilbur's knights. "Please, Ned's exhausted. The forest isn't ready. Plus, the knights aren't here. They're off eating lunch. No one thought you'd read this quickly, so you can't go on, right?" This is getting ridiculous. Ned had to dress monkeys in knights' costumes, and we'll pretend those crayons are trees. The princess told the monkey knights, "The king has Sir Wilbur imprisoned. Bring me a fish and a sword, and together we can save him." "Ooh, ooh," cried the monkeys. In monkey language, that means, "Hooray! Fetch her a fish and a banana sword." "Stop! Stop right now! I refuse to let you turn the page." "Fine, but just so you know, Ned has run out of fish. The only thing left is this snail." So the princess led the monkey knights very slowly into battle. And not just any battle either, but the biggest, most exciting battle any storybook has ever seen. This is your final warning. The next page won't be ready for 4 or 5 weeks. So put the book down and come back then, okay? Pretty please? "Oh no," said Ned. Because the castle gates opened and the king came out leading an army of pickles. "You're outnumbered," said the king. "Surrender." "Never!" The princess raised her banana and cried, "Charge!" Suddenly, a flock of pretzels flew down and melted the popsicle walls into a rushing river that swept the pickles away, and whack! The princess knocked the king into the moat. And then Ned quit. He can't take it anymore. We'll have to finish without his help. "Help!" yelled the king. "Ew! Why won't someone help me?" Trevor was holding him down, slobbering on his donut-covered head. But with Trevor distracted, the princess crossed the moat unharmed. Then she rescued Sir Wilbur. And together, the princess and Sir Wilbur rode her snail very slowly into the half-painted sunset. Now we've run out of the letter E. Good thing for all of us that this is end. So that was our story, an undone fairy tale, and I always feel really bad for Ned, but the show must go on, as they say. Anyway, if you had a favorite part or you would like to suggest a book for the future, you know the drill down below. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that little bell because we post videos every Sunday, and sometimes we do bonus ones during the week, so you're not gonna wanna miss out. And we'll see you in the next one.